After more than a decade, tomorrow, Michigan will say goodbye to its right-to-work law. The controversial law from the Snyder administration gave workers the freedom on whether or not to join a labor union. News 8's Byron Tollefson live in studio tonight with more on what will change.
Brian and Sue, it's been nearly a year since Democrats voted to get rid of the contentious law, not long after they gained a trifecta controlling state government. The debate goes much further back than that.
Over a decade since Michigan's right-to-work law caused this scene outside the state capitol, the law is on the verge of becoming a thing of the past. Michigan is the first state in nearly 60 years to repeal a right-to-work law. Thousands of protesters marched on the state capitol in 2012 before former Republican Governor Rick Snyder eventually signed right to work into law. Democrats repealed it last March, and that becomes official on Tuesday.
We want workers to feel like Michigan is an inviting, open state where workers have a fair chance. And tomorrow's a big step forward in that direction.
The law prevented employees from needing to pay for and join a union in order to get the job. Those in favor of its repeal say those employees still got the benefits that unions fought for without having to pay.
If you're going to reap benefits, then you ought to be able to be a part of the solution, which means everyone contributing to the strength of the union and their ability to negotiate and improve wages and working conditions for all the workers.
The Mackinac Center for Public Policy says its analysis found that unions lost more than 143,000 members since the law went into effect in 2013.
Nobody should have to join a union against their will, and that organization shouldn't have to support or benefit people if they're not paying them. So we would be totally in support of the legislature saying you can join a union or not, and if you don't join one, they don't have to provide you any benefits.
The Mackinac Center says right-to-work states have faster population growth, job growth, and household income growth.
We become the first state in 60 years to repeal a right-to-work law. There's a reason no other state has done so in so long, which is that it's good for the economy.
Union membership has fallen by nearly 3% in Michigan in the decade since right-to-work. Nationally, just 10% of hourly and salaried workers were members of unions last year, an all-time low. The president of the Michigan AFL-CIO, which represents more than 1 million workers across the state, says right-to-work made workers' salaries worse off. So he says the law's repeal will give them a fair chance.
Workers make less. Workers have less money to spend in their communities. Workers have less money to have a fair shot at a decent life on.
Keep in mind, the elimination of the right-to-work law only affects private sector workers. Teachers, police officers, and other public workers will still have the ability to opt out of unions because of a 2018 U.S. Supreme Court ruling.